You're listening to the Armchair GM Sports Network.
You're listening to the Full Count Major League Baseball podcast, your local source for trending Major League Baseball topics, season analysis, fun, objective discussions, and up-to-date coverage of the Toronto Blue Jays organization from right here in the Niagara region. Here are your hosts, Brandon Caputo, Reece Doumani, and Colin Ward.
Welcome to the April 27th edition of the AGM Full Count podcast. I'm Reece Doumani along with Colin Ward. Of course, our personal Twitters at Reece Doumani, at Colin Ward _14.
I know the _14 is
Yeah,
dumb.
always,
it's a former baseball move, eh? Yeah.
Former baseball move, what?
The old number thing, you know? Remember you go through that phase where you go on social
media?
media?
Oh, yeah.
That's, yeah.
I'm kind of past that.
Yeah, I know.
I had it in my email once, too.
I was trying to get by it, or get past it. Get past it. But I was trying to get past it, but Twitter wouldn't let me. I have to email Twitter.
Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this is your source for North American sports coverage by sports fans, for sports fans, delivered to you right here in the Niagara region. Of course, the show account is at AGM Full Count Pod. The whole network, you can find us at Armchair GM Pod. We are available on most of your favorite podcast platforms, including Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, CastBox, and Deezer. All you got to do is search Armchair GM Sports Network. And, of course, you can check out the website, armchairgmsports.com. And, of course, the new mobile version, which was launched a couple of weeks ago.
Really good job.
A lot easier to search it up on your phone and look at ugly pictures of everybody and,
big smile. As I just did, no one can watch this. That's the worst part.
You should have used your photo from your press box debut. Should have used that with the puck holding up. That would have been awesome.
And that was sharp. That was a good one. Good photography skills. Who's good photography?
Yeah, not bad.
Draw the photographer.
I could totally be a photographer.
Well, yeah.
Maybe not.
For sure. Don't quit your day job or and do it.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. And as you can tell, Brandon not doing the intros this week. That is because we are managerless for the fourth week in a row. But that's all right. Network's growing, and Brandon's trying to make it excel.
Yeah, and for the listeners, you're probably going to hear a lot of this, Reece and I. And I mean, I hope you enjoy. As I just lean back here in my chair with the wings
shirt on. Love that.
Oh yeah.
Joe Valeno going to make his debut sometime soon, so that'll be dope.
That's going to get us fired. That's going to get Brandon back quick talking wings over baseball.
I know, right? I know.
At least we're not the Buffalo Sabres.
That is very true. Detroit has not been eliminated from the playoffs yet.
Yeah, they won't be for at least another couple days because they're in like 6th or 7th last. That's solid. They're doing better than the Tigers. Tigers are struggling.
Yeah, Tigers just got swept by the Royals, and they are losing 5 in a row. So sucks. But Miguel Cabrera is back in the lineup.
Okay, quick stat. That's nice. Quick stat today. I have it out now, and it just kind of caught my eye. So their run differential right now is the worst in the league. Can you guess what it is?
Does it make a difference that I have it up on my computer right now?
Minus 38. That's crazy.
I know. Hey, that's
wild. So you look at the other ones. You got
through 23 games.
You got minus 8 in the American League East with the Yankees. You have minus 18 with Texas. You have minus 24 with Washington. And that's it. Minus 24. So the Tigers are going to be there for a while. Unfortunately.
If we could get another number 1 overall pick, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you got to do it.
I think Tigers are going 3 or 4 this year. I think they'll probably miss out on on Al Leader's kid out of Vanderbilt. I'm pretty sure he's going to go 1 or 2.
I think he goes to Pittsburgh. He's like the future Garrett Cole of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but to be honest,
you see that
Detroit
that motion
pitching anyway. So
no, they need hitting. They need everyday play.
Very true.
But they're I think Pittsburgh takes Leiter. Speaking of Leiter, you see that motion? I think I sent it to you before. His pitching motion's so nice. It's so nice and like it's fluid. Like it's so nice and smooth.
Yeah.
He never tips his pitches or nothing. Yeah, I love it.
Hey, that's Vanderbilt for you. That they produce ball players.
Man, you look at Leiter and you see little Sonny Gray with the arm slot.
A little bit, yeah. I guess
the arm slot. Just the arm slot. He looks identical to his dad. Really. I was watching videos of his dad Al in Detroit, I want to say, and he was the motion looks identical. It was pretty sharp.
Yeah, that's not a bad father to have.
Yeah,
just to be a big league pitcher.
Yeah, just another former big league pitcher's kid coming in. Oh, Bo Bichette, dude, you hear about that? So his home run in Boston.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, landed where. So for the listeners that don't know, Bo Bichette hit a home run against Boston, 2 series ago now as they get set for the Atlanta Braves this evening. Yeah, at Fenway Park. So Bo Bichette hit the ball out of the stadium and landed in front of the business where his parents first met, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we talk about all the Jose Bautista home runs that went out in left field in Fenway Park, and one famous made he broke a windshield once or twice. That's pretty funny to see.
Oh, that was awesome.
To hit it somewhere where, of all places, where your parents met, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, have you ever? Yeah, like I don't think I've ever saw a story like that. No, I haven't. I can't even think about that.
I can't even think of anything either.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's wild.
Yeah, some crazy ball games last night too that we got to check, especially the Sunday night game. That was incredible.
Yeah, so kind of give everyone a rundown of where we're going to go in today's episode. Essentially, we are going to talk Dodgers Padres, Trevor Bauer, Fernando Tatis, and Eric Hosmer, who got in on the fun on Twitter. We're also going to discuss Jays. They actually had a good weekend.
Yeah, hey, I had a good.
You did. You had a pretty decent prediction there. So
finally, 1-2 now.
Kind of look at their weekend against the Tampa Bay Rays and their upcoming schedule for the next 7 days until we record again. But yeah, so kick things off, I guess. Start out west for the second consecutive week. It was the Dodgers and Padres, this time at Dodger Stadium.
That's a nice Sunday night game. I could take a Sunday night.
What's that?
Up? Sorry.
I was just going to say there was no Mookie Betts highlight catch this time.
No, I was getting ready for that.
A bunch of other stuff that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. Sorry to cut you off. That was a selfish teammate move there, but I mean, I should ride the bench. But anyways, yeah, I mean, it was nice. Get the Tatis thing quick, or do you want to recap the game?
I mean, we can go the game first because that discussion with Tatis and Bauer is a little bit
kind of leads to it. Yeah,
that would be a little bit more complex.
I mean, it was incredible, the ball game. I mean, I was lucky. I had a birthday on Sunday night, so it was cool that the Sunday night game was good.
On a happy birthday.
It's okay. I don't need it. Lives. Yeah, final. So it was in 11 innings. Heat 7 score for the Padres. I mean, it was intense. I mean, I honestly, I know I can't be biased, but I really want to see the Padres win because in San Diego,
like win the World Series or just beat the Dodgers in
the series. The series, like I'm just talking the game because.
Oh, okay.
I mean, last week going to San Diego, the Dodgers go in there and win 2 or 3. I mean, it was nice to see them win 3 or 4. The Padres, so that was nice to see. I mean, you're 13-11 now after that. That's solid.
Yeah.
It really makes the Dodgers think, right? I mean, we're not just going to run away with the division. I mean, Fernando Tatis Jr. just took baseball over. I mean, it was for baseball. It was Fernando Tatis's world. We were just living in it. I mean, incredible.
All over the cover of MLB 21, the show, and now he was.
Oh, he's the face of
banging
baseball.
The cover off of baseballs at Dodger Stadium this past weekend.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see because late another thing last night or Sunday night that was pretty cool. So they ran out of bench guys, right? So like in the National League with the pitchers hitting, so they just Clayton Kershaw had to hit for the Dodgers. That was pretty cool.
Dang,
and that was pretty cool. Yeah,
I've heard of pitchers pinch running, but pitchers pinch hitting. Ugh.
And you know what though? They were down 7-1, the Padres, right? And so it's a ninth inning. I want to say it was 7-6. So it was 7-6.
7-6 heading to the
and no, it was in the bottom. No,
7-5 heading into the ninth.
Yeah, but when it was 7-6, they had the runner on third, and Grisham was up. Man, he lit like both hits from Grisham and Machado, the tying and the lead. Never it was a roller that found eyes through the field or through the shift, you could say, for the Machado hit. But for Grisham, he hit a rocket down the line. You know those? I don't know if you watched it or not, but Grisham he pulled it down the line, and you're at third, right? Like when the ball kind of gets a backspin going toward the line but stays fair. He hit he hit a rocket, like a rocket ground ball. And those things are still coming at you. Probably around like 95 to 105, I'd say. So he hit it and it found its way over the bag. Not over the bag, but like around the bag. It was nasty. And it was nice to see fans there too. And then Machado came up after and
Machado going against the shift.
Yeah, never left the infield. That's one where if they just play normal double play depth, it's game over.
Yeah.
Or it would be 7-7, so going to extras anyways. But yeah, it was just weird. It was a good game though. It was probably the best game of the year so far that I saw. I really enjoyed that, and I think that the Dodgers and Padres should have to play once a month. Gotta wait till June now for the next installment. I mean, it would be nice if they could play once a month. It's exciting. It's exciting. San Diego deserves it.
Yeah, and you look at it now, the start San Diego had, you're kind of like, okay, what's going on? And you understand Tatis, he was hurt for a few games and came back in time to play the Dodgers for the first time. And look at the Padres now, 13-11 on the season so far. They have played 2 more games than the Dodgers. Dodgers are not only. They're 15-7 on the campaign so far. So,
I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Down the stretch. The NL West was going to be between the Padres and Dodgers. It was just a matter of who's going to win.
And hey, San Francisco.
What's the series going to look like?
Yeah, I mean, hey, San Francisco, a game back from the Dodgers, 14-8. 2 games up on the Padres. So San Francisco's not going around. And hey, Buster Posey, quick shout out to Buster Posey. I mean, he took the year off last year. And I mean, hey, it's done nothing bad to his bat. He just keeps hitting bombs. So Buster Posey, that's pretty solid. They're 8-2 at home, San
Giants?
Francisco. So, yeah, 6-6 on the road, 8-2 at home. So that's solid. I mean, you got to take care of home court, like they say in the NBA. So that's solid. Colorado kind of struggling, 0-6 on the road. That's tough.
Yeah.
No road wins yet for Colorado. Do I give a hot take that they have a road win?
Yeah, but Colorado, you look at it, their run differential is +6.
Yeah, I know. So it's like
the NL West is actually all plus. No teams are minus in the run differential column. So
and that's what I look at. Honestly, I look at the run differential. It's so important in my opinion because I mean you're scoring more runs than you're giving up. That's a big stat in my opinion. So that's solid.
Because even the Cincinnati Reds, they're in last in the NL Central, and I know it's only by 4 games, but they're +11.
Yeah, their thing is
when you got Pittsburgh at -10 in third.
Yeah, that's what I usually look at though right now. Like I usually look at that early because that's how you know how teams are playing. I mean, early on in the year, guys are going to get wins. It's early. A lot of teams aren't. I mean, I'm not saying they're going through the motions, but they are going through the motions. A lot of teams are trying to figure it out because it's early. It's cold weather. I mean, I heard that today in the Detroit broadcast for a quick sec. I heard that today. Like, I mean, guys come up and they come from Florida where it's nice weather. And then you go to Detroit, right? I mean, that's pretty tough.
Yeah. Especially when you got
game 1, it's snowing.
To center field.
Yeah, game 1, it's snowing. I mean, it's tough for a lot of teams. So that's why I look at run differential. You really see how the teams are playing. I don't really look at win-loss in April. It's way too early to look at that. Look at the run differential. That's how you see how teams are really playing. Blue Jay fans, the Blue Jays are a +11. So that's not bad for any Blue Jay fans listening. Plus 11. So that's not bad. I mean, they would be. Yeah, they're top. They're top 5. Oh no,
top 5 in the American League.
Yes, 1, 2. Yeah, they're 4th in the American League run differential. The Jays. So that's a quick stat. So it's actually not that bad. I mean, those usually come around. I mean, no Tatis. You're hoping George Springer comes back this week. I think he'll be. I think he'll be back anytime. George Springer. I think he'll be back anytime. He's playing. Nate Pearson threw 51 pitches. I want to say in his side session. So he'll probably have to go through at least one more week. So he'll throw again probably in 3 days. He threw on Friday or Saturday through, I want to say. So he'll probably be back. He'll probably throw Tuesday. So he'll throw tomorrow. So he'll throw today. He'll probably throw today or tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully he gets to 70 pitches. Hopefully he can go 20 at a time because they probably won't call him up till he's in the 80s.
Yeah.
80, 90 range. So that's Nate Pearson update. I don't think last week, I didn't think we had much on Nate Pearson. So quick off the top, that's a Nate Pearson update. So hopefully 2 weeks. Hopefully 2 weeks he's back. So you need him. I mean,
end of May, I think, to be honest. If they really don't want to rush, end of May is a decent timetable. Have him.
I believe he comes back as a starter, and he pitched. And we mentioned that last week, starter or bullpen. And we both said starter, but an opener. You give him. He gets the order one time through. Yeah. See how it is, and then he get at least for the first 8 to 10 starts. I'd open him. Use him as an opener.
Yep.
You can't rush him back. That's like 2.5 months.
Yeah, that's the exact way the Tigers are doing it right now. Michael Fulmer and Tarek Skubal, because they've got 6 starters on their roster right now, and of course you're not going to throw 6 guys out there. So essentially what they've done is Spencer Turnbull came off the IL and has looked good in his 2 starts. So
then you fall in love with those guys. They come off the DL.
Yeah, the Tigers are essentially going Michael Fulmer for the first 3. And it kind of sucks because this past weekend, Michael Fulmer actually pitched really well through 3 innings. I think he only had 32 pitches. So in that way, you're kind of looking at it as, okay, what are we doing here? 32 pitches? I thought we wanted them below 15 per inning. Well, yeah, you do, but it's not really about pitches. You want to just eat innings is essentially 3 outs. That's what you pitch for. You don't pitch to stay under a certain amount of pitches. You would like it, but that's not always the case. You pitch for 3 outs. So they go Fulmer for 3 and then Tarek Skubal for 3. And then that essentially turns it over to the bullpen, depending on where the Tigers are at and depending on if Fulmer or Skubal struggles. So essentially that's what Nate Pearson is more than likely going to be. And now with the new developments of Hyunjin Ryu pulling an ass muscle, we don't really know what's going to go on with him. I'm sure he'll make his next start with the Jays having an off day on Monday.
He's supposed to. I mean, I don't think right now he's slated to make that start. Yeah. I mean, Reece says, playing baseball, especially pitcher, you need to be loose on every single part of your body. I mean, you have to, because if you pitch with something off, it's kind of like an aircraft being off a little bit. You miss something on an airplane and it's not a good result. And pitching's the exact same way. Pitching's the exact same way. That flight's going to crash if you're not 100%. I mean, everything has to be right. And if you're not, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, and I forget who said it. I can't remember which reporter first said this, but apparently Hyunjin Ryu during his bullpen session before the game kind of stopped for a second to sort of feel out that muscle, kind of like something was wrong. And I guess nobody noticed it because clearly they had to come out during the game and remove him. Yeah. So,
and that's the one thing I have to say. Everyone says about how Pete Walker, right? Pete Walker's the doctor. But how do you not notice that? Like, how do you not notice your starting pitcher not feeling right? I mean, he's the ace of your staff. How do you not notice him? 100%.
What a play.
Uh-oh, we got breaking news.
Dang, what a play. Steven Piscotty, man. In Tampa Bay. What a play. Diving head first in front of him.
Hey, the Trop. You
Not
see
bad.
that? You see that Rosarena play?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a tough building to play the outfield in, too. Trop.
Yeah. Look straight up
and stuff.
white.
It's like Minnesota. Their old one.
Yeah. So, good time to take a break now. We're about 20 minutes into the show. When we come back, we will get to Fernando Tatis. We will get to Trevor Bauer. We will get to Eric Hosmer having some fun on Twitter. Should be a good discussion. Bat flips, throwing at people, stealing signs without trash cans.
Hey, big ad. That's a big ad.
Yeah. So, we will get to all of that next here on the Full Count MLB podcast on the Armchair GM Sports Network.
Carmine's Pizzeria Italiano, serving traditional style Italian pizzas made with the freshest top quality ingredients. Loaded subs and their famous chicken wings. Winners of the Reader's Choice Diamond Award 4 years running from Niagara this week for best pizza and wings in Niagara Falls. Home of the best tray and wing combo in town for the price and quality. Open daily from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Located on the corner of Drummond Road and Dunn Street. Available for call-ahead pickup or delivery at 905-374-4400. Make sure to like them on Facebook and view their website for their menu at carmine'spizzeria.ca. Carmine's Pizzeria Italiano. Way too good. As we all adjust to this new world that we're living in today, masks are now mandatory, and Niagara's own Custom PPE is Canada's leading face mask provider. Visit them online at customppe.ca and choose between several mask options with different colors and sizes. Add your organization, company, or team logo so you make your face masks unique. Available to purchase online 24/7 at customppe.ca and shipped within 1 week. They have the best prices and quickest turnaround in Canada, and no order is too big or too small. Also offering custom floor stickers as well as face and counter shields for your business or workplace. Visit customppe.ca and use the code ARMCHAIR at checkout for 20% off your custom or blank face mask today. Custom PPE, Canada's leading face mask provider. Attention job seekers, if you are currently looking for work in the Niagara region, you owe it to yourself to check out the services provided by the Niagara Employment Help Center, located at 6100 Thoroldstone Road, Niagara Falls, directly across from the Camisos Plaza. Their free services include resume and cover letter writing, community resource and referral information, local labor market information, job search strategies, assistance with clarifying employment training and career goals, employment counseling and job search support, second career information and registration assistance, and all their services are currently provided by appointment only. So give them a call at 905-358-0021 or visit their website at ehc.on.ca, the Niagara Employment Help Center. This Employment Ontario program is funded by the Government of Ontario.
You're listening to the Armchair GM Sports Network, the Niagara region's best local source for North American sports podcasting coverage. By sports fans, for sports fans.
Welcome back to the Full Count MLB podcast here on the Armchair GM Sports Network. Reece Doumani alongside Colin Ward here for the third and final segment of the April 27th edition of the show. And we are now to our Jays segment, I guess. Might as well designate third segment for Jays because we essentially preview their upcoming week. And, actually, an important announcement we forgot about. Might as well get that in now.
Yeah.
Of course.
I completely forgot. We were talking about hitting and
I know.
Stealing signs and stuff.
I know.
That's the part I miss about not having Brandon here. Brandon can kind of he can go fish and he can reel us back in when we get talking about stealing signs and stuff. And you got two baseball guys talking baseball. Y'all tend to get off topic when something catches your mind. My mind is very true. My mind gets pretty active. It's pretty random. So I get off topic pretty easily.
Essentially like to give a shout out to our contest winner of the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. What did we determine that was called?
Pop doll?
Yeah, it's a pop.
Pop it?
So essentially a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. pop doll or toy or whatever the heck you want to call it. and a Blue Jays cooler bag. Congratulations to someone that I actually went to school with, kind of, at Niagara College. Nice. He was a year after me. So his first year was the year that all of those teachers in Ontario colleges went on strike.
My first year.
We had a nice. Actually, if you would have picked Niagara, like you probably should have, you would have been his classmate.
Yeah. Yes, I would have.
So
you would have had the pleasure.
There would have been a total of 9 students in your year instead of 8.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people dropped it because they didn't want to do the strike BS.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Derek Bastian, or DB, as he was known in the Niagara College confines. Congratulations to him for winning the giveaway. And thank you to all who entered. Of course, if you haven't hit the follow button yet, at AGM Full Count Pod or at Armchair GM Pod, of course, Facebook as well, and Instagram. So make sure you hit the follow button, subscribe button wherever you listen to the podcast. And again, congratulations to Derek for winning the contest. Now on to the topic of real debate that we kind of debated in the break. The man behind the 0.49 batting average, the catcher for the Toronto Blue Jays, Danny Jansen. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Catchers Who Can't Hit.
Hey! We need that sound clip.
I know, right? Yeah, we do.
Need that. For the roast, we need that. For the roast, we need that.
That was awesome.
Awesome.
So in 15 games this season, Danny Jansen has had
not good, eh?
bats.
Yeah.
He has had 2 hits. One of them is a double. He has 3 runs scored. He's got 4 walks, no RBIs, no triples, no home runs, no stolen bases, 11 strikeouts, which, if you look at it, that's actually not terrible. A terrible number of strikeouts and 41 at-bats, which means he put the ball in play 30 other times.
Yeah, he put the ball
2
in play.
for hits,
nice.
Which is very bad. But 0.049, Colin. And he is worst on the team, as expected, behind Jonathan Davis.
Who's going to be DFA'd when Springer comes back, in my opinion.
Yeah, who obviously Jonathan Davis has only had 22 at-bats, appeared in the same amount of games, but only 22 at-bats, 2 hits. They have the same amount of hits.
Yeah.
Jonathan Davis is hitting .091. So,
yeah, that's not good.
What's going on here, Colin? What is going on here with Danny Jansen and his inability to hit a beach ball?
That's a good one. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a Ryan Goins situation all over again. I mean, great defensively, poor offensively. I don't know why. Toronto tends to hold on to guys like that for too long, in my opinion, guys that can't hit, but they're playing because they're overachieving defensively, which is solid. But, I mean, I don't know. I just think that every year you hear the same thing, always hitting the ball hard in spring training, seeing the ball better. And then he's clearly not in the regular season, so I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah.
I mean, pitchers are figuring it out too, right? They're not throwing beach balls in spring training. But I don't know. Like, I just think that's not good enough to be a catch. It doesn't matter the position. I just don't think that's good enough to be a Major League Baseball player. I give it till the end of the month. I give it maybe mid-May. And if you're not out of the hundreds, you got to be DFA'd. You have to go down to the alternate site. Reese McGuire can hit. Reese McGuire could do that.
I was gonna say, Reese McGuire. I'm not saying he had stellar numbers,
but he can hit.
I'm pretty sure he didn't hit 49 .049.
Yeah, that can't be happening.
You can say what you want about Reese McGuire's personal life, about how he kind of looks like trash when he's on this team, but we're not. The Blue Jays aren't in the business of having their players
ride it out.
be
You can't ride
very respectful human beings. They're in the business of winning baseball games and winning World Series. I understand having a good public image helps, and it makes your team look that much better.
Exactly.
But essentially, if you can't have a catcher that can at least hit 100, you ain't ready to compete for a World Series yet.
Nope.
And I'm not saying the Jays
not
are,
at all.
but
nope.
You're
not taking steps forward.
Yeah.
You're not taking this year. You're actually taking a step backwards with that because Alejandro Kirk isn't really hitting as well. Yeah. So that's tough. I think Alejandro Kirk's been rushed, and I think for Danny Jansen, the Jays passed on a lot of catchers. The Jays passed on a lot of catchers for Danny Jansen to come up to the majors. So that's a question. But I just think Alejandro Kirk should be at the alternate site too. So, I mean, that probably saves Jansen, I think, because Kirk, I think he's too young. And he catches Ray okay, though, right? So that's why he's going to be there. But I just think it's tough to be in your early 20s like that, catching in the majors every day. So that's the part that raises eyebrows for me. But it'd be interesting to see what Jansen does. I give it mid-May, and let's see what happens. Because
and that's
that can't be happening in the majors.
That's where the situation of, do you have to make a trade, or is it a matter of going out and finding some free agent catcher who is not signed yet? And
which is probably worse.
You may be old, but you can hit a ball. Do you want to come play for our team?
Yeah.
You almost get into those situations of, hey, we're desperate here. We don't have catchers that can hit.
We need you.
Essentially, if the Blue Jays get into the middle of May, end of May, and Danny Jansen and Alejandro Kirk are hitting for a combined total less than 250, you are desperate. You have to be desperate for somebody.
Yeah, I'd give him 200.
And I would like to I'd like to put a recommendation out there for Grayson Greiner from the Detroit Tigers so they can bring up Jake Rogers. But
but Tigers always get the catchers I like.
Tigers have a lot of catchers, man. They've got Ramos, they've got Greiner, they've got Rogers, they've got Dylan Dingler, who's probably going to be the catcher of the future. Him and Jake Rogers more than likely a tandem.
That's my future favorite Tiger. Yeah, Michigan fans.
I'll get a Torkelson jersey.
Go Buckeyes.
Debatable. But I don't know what else there is to talk about. They're garbage. What else can you say?
I'm lost on the situation.
We wanted to talk about this and get into length, but as we get into it, we're like, this is so bad. We don't really want to talk about it because it's that bad.
To be fair to the players too, they know that it's not good enough. They know it's not good enough. Reference. Yeah, but to be fair, they know they're not hitting good. They know that. I mean, it's early in the year too, right? Pitchers have only thrown through the rotation 4, possibly 5 times. It takes a while to get that relationship with the pitcher as well. So maybe that's an issue too, is trying to find a relationship with this pitcher still. And then the hitting, hopefully it comes as the one.
Yeah, and he's focusing too much on defense, kind of like Gary Sanchez, where he had a horrible offensive year last year.
Yeah, well, Gary Sanchez needs to work on a lot of things, but
that is very true.
It's just,
and that should be
maybe that's the case.
That should be a poll question. Who do you want as your catcher, Gary Sanchez or Danny Jansen? That's tough.
I mean, do you put up with the little league catcher?
Do you also put up with stats at Yankee Stadium? That's a real.
Man, I'd go Danny Jansen. Sanchez.
Could you imagine Gary Sanchez playing in Kansas City or Detroit or Arizona?
He wouldn't be in the majors.
No,
he wouldn't be in the majors. Way. He would not be in the majors. If he was anywhere out of the AL East, he would not be in the majors. He'd not be in the majors at all. I can see him having a little bit of success in Boston. Monster. I could see a little bit of success there.
The stupid pole in right field.
Yeah, I can see it anywhere else. I mean, Colorado maybe. Ball flies, altitude.
Ball flies.
But
yeah, I mean,
get her up, get her down. But it's, I don't know. I don't see anywhere other than New York. I think he's in the best spot he's in.
Yeah.
I'd go Danny Jansen. I'd go Danny Jansen. I mean, I don't want the pass balls. I don't want the wild pitches like that. I don't want the drop catches, which is embarrassing.
No, I think that's a legit Twitter poll. We'll put that up on our Twitter account at AGM Full Count Pod. Have your vote: Danny Jansen or Gary Sanchez? Ooh,
yeah, that's tough. I
mean, 0.49 average. It's very easy to be like, why the hell would I want that?
Yeah,
but you have a guy that knows the fundamentals of actually catching a baseball and calling a game and blocking a baseball. Like when the best pitcher in the game doesn't want you as your catcher, that's a problem.
Exactly.
So it's a legit question. Again, at AGM Full Count Pod, have your say. Who would you rather have your catcher being, Danny Jansen or Gary Sanchez? Now, to prediction time.
I'm
Colin's
1-2.
favorite part of the show, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, I think I'm 1-2 this year.
I think so. You kind of got it last week, right? Not kind of. I think you did. Did you guess 3-1?
I think if it's over 500,
they had 5
it was a plus. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. We posted the show on the Thursday, so they had the 4 against KC.
Yeah. I think we said if
one got postponed. Yeah, 4 against KC. So it was only.
So if we're over 500, that's a plus. That's a win for the week.
Yep.
So they have 5 this week.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong week. No.
Yeah, that was week
3 against Tampa. My bad.
Yeah, and then the 1 against Boston. So
yeah,
1, 2, 3-1. I'm gonna go this week in the 5. I'm gonna say. So tonight, Washington, Scherzer, Thornton. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's tough. Trent Thornton.
You're gonna need. I'm gonna say 1, 2. Ooh, this is tough. I think you got to beat Washington twice somehow. It just sucks that you'll match up against Max Scherzer game 1. If you don't match up against Max Scherzer, I say you win both games.
100%.
I say you win. I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to say 3-2. 3-2. I'm not going to say they win the Atlanta series. I'm not going to say they're going to sweep because I think baseball, anything can happen.
Yeah.
But 3-2. I'm going to go 3-2. I think they find a way. Steven Matz is pitching Wednesday, right? He's 4-0.
Yep.
So he's been an absolute stud. I think they win that game for sure. But
all right.
3-2.
I'm gonna be a little bit less generous.
Okay. I respect that. It's a tough 3-2.
Yeah. I think the Jays, there's a very good chance they go 2-3. That they take one from each team, one from the Nationals, one from the Braves.
Yep.
But you also look at it from the standpoint of there's a very good opportunity they go 1-4 and only win one game. Just by the way Steven Matz has pitched, you kind of are like, hey, not an expected win, but you're like, okay, we're going to have a good chance to get a W tonight because of the way Steven Matz has pitched throughout the entire year. So I think they have a chance. They could go 2-3, but there's a very good chance that they could end up only going 1-4 by the time we're chatting next week.
Yeah, I can see that too. I think 3-2.
Yeah. It may help they're in Dunedin. That may obviously give them an advantage. But the Atlanta Braves are expected to compete for the World Series this year. I picked them to be there. So if you're Atlanta and you're playing Toronto, it could be a very, very, there could be a rematch of the 1992 World Series one day, the Atlanta Braves and the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty even right now. I mean, both teams have talent on their roster.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd give the Braves the edge, but I don't think Toronto's going to be totally outmatched. It would be nice to see those guys actually be able to throw a ball to first base.
That would be nice.
I'm kind of concerned about that with Bo Bichette. I just think Bo Bichette, he's young. He's just getting in the majors. Well, he isn't just getting in the majors, but he's not that old. He's got to figure his game out.
A lot of media are writing him off at short already.
Yeah, that's Toronto.
So when's Bichette moving to second?
Yeah, that's Toronto, though. That's Toronto. You have one bad game, they hate you. You have one. If he hits the game against the Yankees, no one talked about his defense, right? When he hit the walk-off, hit the 2 home runs. Nobody talked about that.
That's because the game is offense driven.
Mm-hmm.
If you make 2 errors but hit a home run and drive in 3, then no one really cares that you allowed the other team to score 2 runs because you made 2 errors.
Exactly.
Makes no sense to me. But
yep.
I don't know. There's questions about if Kevin Biggio's still going to be in the future of the Jays. A lot of people are saying the 3 for the Jays' future, the core is going to be Springer, Vladdy, and Bo. I still think Kevin should be in that mix.
I think so too. I just think he's in
just his approach in the box, I think, is unreal. But I don't. What do I know? I'm not a major league manager or GM, so I don't make enough money to make those decisions. But so to wrap up this show, Colin, 2-3 or 3-2 for the Toronto Blue Jays. I have them at 2-3, possibly 1-4. Of course, the Twitter poll, we just discussed it. Who would you rather have as your catcher, Danny Jansen or Gary Sanchez? And that essentially wraps up the show this week.
Yeah, fun one. Nice talk baseball. Busy weekend in the baseball world. That's good.
Yeah,
I like to see it. I can't wait for the Dodgers and Padres to one day play once a month like that.
I know, right?
Need that. That's crucial. That's crucial.
No Yankees, Red Sox on ESPN.
No.
Anything else is great.
Phillies Mets this Sunday as well, isn't that?
Yeah, that'll be a good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, Syndergaard comes back for the match. You're looking at DeGrom, Syndergaard, Carrasco eventually coming back, Marcus Stroman, and Taijuan Walker. Talk about a staff.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah, there's a couple big league starting staffs, you could say, in the National League this year. There's a few good ones. The Reds are underrated. The Dodgers.
Luis Castillo, though, struggling early on.
Yeah. I think he's a guy that once the weather gets nice out, he'll start going well.
My pick for Cy Young has already gone down the drain.
Yeah, you never know.
But
you need 2 good months.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that. If the Reds can make it into the playoffs somehow, then yeah, I think so. There's a good chance for that.
They got to end their streak. They got to end their losing streak. They got the Dodgers this week. It's going to be tough, but I think they'll end it soon.
Yep. That is it for this week. Of course, you can follow Colin on Twitter at ColinWard_14. Follow myself at Reece Doumani. And of course, you can find your Twitter polls, your episode content, everything at AGM Full Count Pod. Again, a huge thank you to everyone for tuning in this week. Still question marks up about whether our manager will return. He is on the I don't want to say IL because he's not injured. He's out innovating. The innovation list. So we'll say on the IL, the innovation list.
Ooh, nice.
Nice unknown if he will return next week. Yeah, you like that, eh? Not bad.
Props. Yeah, that's a good
So whether it's Colin and I or Brandon, Colin, and I, whoever is here, we hope you tune in next week here on the Full Count MLB podcast on the Armchair GM Sports Network.